I said, so what can I do? I just give the patient a simple nebulization, and then I give him antibiotic, and then place the patient under oxygen. And then after a while, I said, oh, you may go now, because I can do more because of the limited resources, and they don't want it to be admitted. So, and then I said to the patient, let's just pray that the boy will get better. And then after 2 days, I asked my midwife, said, what happened to the child? The midwife said, fortunately, doctor, the child got well. He's okay now. I said, so thank you, God.
When I started working in the community, my support system was not the local government unit, but my school. We're not asking to make things, so easy for people, because it's never going to be so easy, never going to be easy, because there's 90 million of us. But basic services, a good doctor-to-patient ratio, health centers, immunization for children, good water, improved sanitation, clean water, and maybe education too, because that goes hand in hand. So we're asking for basic stuff, which the government should be providing us, but they're not.
Help us make a difference in the lives of these people, because without these few people, of these few concerned, shall I say, dedicated and committed people who go to far-flung areas, who go to doctorless areas to serve, I think without these less fortunate people will be hopeless, and we should not, just take them for granted, because health is a right.
I wish for more doctors who are brave enough, who have that heart to serve. I wish for more doctors who are like that.
Our school, most of the students are scholars, because the people that we recruit, we found out that if you recruit people who come from average families, these are the ones who will stay in the community. We feel so lucky, to have the opportunity to become doctors. There are many people who cannot.
So I usually see poor people getting sick, who cannot afford to go to the hospital. So I promised to myself that when I grew up, I wanted to become a doctor, so that I won't see any sick people who cannot afford getting medical attention. When I was applying for a job at the Department of Health, there was a question in the paper that says, "What is your favorite song?" And I said, I would think it would be Impossible Dream, because who would think that a poor girl whose father is a farmer and the mother is only high school, is only a teacher, can become a doctor.
Well, change starts from one person. Change doesn't happen overnight. So when we talk about change, we're talking about decades, years, even decades. Of course, people will still remain people, and government officials will still remain government officials. And being government officials, they also expect cuts. But if we foster honesty and educate the people and lead by example, then there's still hope. We can't give up hope. Change always could occur.
Do not be discouraged. Just do what you can do. Because at first I was discouraged. I don't want to go on anymore. But then I realized, if I leave, what will happen to me? What will happen to them? At least in one way or another, I am able to help in a little way. Maybe that's enough at the moment, because political systems change. People in the position also change.
How I wish I could stay there, because I fell in love with the community, and I think it's a mutual relationship between the people and me. I wish, God willing, He would allow me to stay there, to serve them, and eventually bring my family with me. to stay there because the people are so nice. People are so nice. It's basically a very rural and virgin community with no influences from other rich individuals or no influences about bad vices. It's really a basic rural community, a basic society. A small group of people who helps each other, who shares each other. I wish I could stay there together with my family to bring them there. They could experience the feeling that I have right now.
It is worth the hard work. In fact, it's not hard work. It's not hard work. It was a joy in retrospect now. It's worth investing one's life. What gets me excited is being able now to see in my lifetime the fruits, the outcomes, the evidences, they would call it, in medical parlance, the evidence that this is working. For instance, when we started the medical school, the infant mortality rate of the region is from 60 to 80 per 1,000 live birth. But after 10 years of operation, that is when we have just simply completed 5 cycles of our graduates now into the field, the infant mortality rate has dropped down from 60 to 80, now it's down to 8 to 12 per 1,000 live births. That is exciting. We were able to achieve this feat in a matter of 10 years, and yet the government has been trying to make this breakthrough in a matter of years and years. So that's something very exciting for me.
The world is faced with a lot of problems, and one of this is terrorism. The Philippines forms a triangle with Malaysia and Indonesia, and we all know about Jamaah Islamiyah and all that stuff, you know. Our graduates work in these areas, and health brings hope to people, because there they say the government doesn't care about us, so we might as well join the rebels, you know. And these young people, they don't know any better. They haven't seen hope for a long time. All they see is war. If we have our doctors there, they're bringing hope that the government will care for them, or at least somebody's caring for them. And maybe they'll think twice about joining this, you know. It's a global world, you know. Terrorism is everywhere. I mean, the person that's here right now could be a suicide bomber later on in life, you know. But if we can come in and show them that there's hope, and doctors always bring hope with them. I mean, even if you don't bring medicine, if you're just there to talk, to debrief them, to talk, you know, just soothe their fears and alleviate their pain in a little way, it goes a long way. So we want to be able to have a lot more of these doctors down there in the communities, in those war-torn areas, to give these people some measure of hope. And then if that happens and we can minimize people going over to the other side, to the dark side, then maybe, you know, life would be better for everybody.